Hey everybody, what is up? This your boy Devin Lavore coming at ya. Now, you know, it is sometimes a scary thing and a risky thing to put a prophetic word out there, but as the prophetic things keep coming and as I keep hearing things in the spirit and I feel like what God is saying, sharing with me the secret things, like I said in my previous video, I just feel like I am called. You can speak for yourself as a believer, but I feel like I am called to speak. I am called to share. I am called to put things out there, you know. And and on a personal level, I feel like the Lord's saying to me personally, like, you need to stop being afraid. You need to forget the stuff that happened to you in the past that has marred you and that has messed you up and has caused you to be gun shy. Man, you need to start shooting these words out there, because it's not for your benefit. It is for my benefit, but it's for the benefit of the body of Christ. And not only that, for those outside the body of Christ to come in and see the truth. And so this is the word that God gave me. I felt like the Lord said that Donald Trump is very much like a Ronald Reagan, right? And he's like, if you just look at how he's gone through very similar things. He's kind of a similar individual, although Reagan seemed to be more godly, and he was. But it's like, at the same time, I felt like the Lord was like, it doesn't matter. Check this out. Like, Reagan was like, he compared Reagan's administration to the temple of the Lord, right? And then judgment came and destroyed that temple, right? And then later on, after the Israelites were brought back to the land of Israel and they rebuilt the temple, it was really small, right? It was small in comparison to what the elders, remember, because the elders who had seen the previous temple, they saw the new one, and this is what happened. The elders wept. They wept because they remembered what the old one looked like, and then they're looking at this new one and they're weeping, going, wow, this is not at all what I remember, what it used to be, right? But the new people, the younger generation was like, yay, we have the temple of the Lord, yes, because they had no living experience with the old temple. This was the only temple that they knew, right? And I felt like the Lord said that is what's happening right now. The older generation is looking at Donald Trump and going, he is no Ronald Reagan at all, right? He is not Ronald Reagan in the slightest bit. But the newer generation is looking at Donald Trump going, whoa, this guy is awesome. He's a billionaire. He doesn't need the money. He's a true outsider. He can really get things done. He knows how to be successful. You can't inherit billions, okay? I mean, you can technically, but he did not inherit his billions. Sure, he got $1 million from his father, and he went on to, try and fail. That's what you do in life. And of course, everyone wants to focus on his failures. But look, the dude is successful. You're not a failure and then be a billionaire at the same time. It's not possible. So that's what the younger generation is looking at. So there's two different generations. But I felt like the Lord said that just as it was in the days of the temple, where he spoke to the elders and said, hey, listen, he spoke to everybody and said, the glory of this temple is going to be greater. Even though it's smaller, it's going to be greater than the temple before. And it brought some encouragement to everybody, including the elders, and their hearts were like, whoa. So that's kind of what I want to bring. I felt like the Lord said that's what's happening right now. God's like, the glory, the what is getting ready to take place in our nation over the next several years is going to be greater than what Reagan did. Reagan accomplished some things, but what's getting ready to be accomplished through this man, Donald Trump, is going to be way greater. It's going to be a glorious thing. You know, there was a glorious thing that happened in Reagan's administration. God's saying it's going to be even greater in Donald Trump's administration. It's going to be tough at first. It is. It's going to be tough for the first couple years, I think. But because, you know, no one's going to say, well, Donald Trump inherited a mess. You know, no one's going to say that. But that's literally what he's inheriting, a mess. But, you know, that's just my personal opinion. That's just me in there, you know. But I really felt like the Lord was saying that, like, the glory from before is coming now, but it's going to be even greater, you know. And that Donald Trump is going to be like a Ronald Reagan, and he is a man that has like a great fear of the Lord. Yes, he's got personal issues. So did David. I mean, David had major women issues, and God said of him, he is a man after my own heart. See, what's God saying about Donald Trump? Have any of you heard what God said about Donald Trump? I have, and other people have, but it's like, and it's not at all what the media will tell you, because they don't know. They don't know the Lord. They're not hearing from God and saying, here, let me tell you what God shared with me about. You know, they lose their job at Fox News, MSNBC, it don't matter. And so, anyway, I hope that encourages you guys. I hope that encourages all generations, man, from the elder to the new generation that's just getting into politics. That is, I feel like, what the Lord is saying, that what's getting ready to happen is going to be way greater. We're going to look back, and because a lot of people, this is what a lot of people are thinking, like, a lot of conservatives and Republicans are thinking, we're never going to see another Ronald Reagan era, right? And God's saying, oh, no, you're getting ready to see something even greater than the Ronald Reagan era. And it is not going to be without God. Because that's one of the great things about the Reagan era, is that he brought so much reverence for God in it. God's saying Donald Trump is going to bring that. It is going to be there. And if you look and you're paying attention and your discernometer's on, you will see that I have been working in that man's heart, humbling him, and he is just going to continue to grow in his heart. He's going to continue to grow in his humility. He's going to continue, and thus he's going to continue to grow in his confidence. And God's going to use everything that that guy knows to do awesome things, you know? So God can change a life like that, and that includes yours. So I hope you guys got blessed by that. And if I get any more words from the Lord that I feel like I need to share, I will share them with you. And because I want us to take this opportunity that God's going to give us. Another video I made said God's going to give us Donald Trump, and he's going to open up a door for the church to have a major opportunity to be free to just spread the love of God everywhere without reproach and without, you know, legal hammering. So I will continue to share, and I hope you guys will subscribe to the channel if you want to continue to get encouragements and words from the Lord and stuff like that, like this. And I will see you guys tomorrow. See ya.